recording. There you go.
Okay, away we go.
So let me first tell you how I came into this business, that this wonderful business of Aurum is. John and I have connected for a good number of years, been in different programs together, a bit like going to different schools together. We was in one program together, and John was my upline of my upline of my upline. I think I'm not sure if it was my cousin Barry, then Mike Briggs, or Mike Briggs and my cousin Barry, and then John. I don't know how it worked out, but there was a few uplines in a previous business, and that business didn't work out, and we carried on doing our stuff online. John was doing his bit, I was doing mine, and what happened was John just sent me a message saying, "Has anybody shared Aurum with you?" And I said, "No, nobody shared." And he said, "Okay, I'll send you a little presentation." And that was HP's presentation. And I was blown away. Now, the reason why I wanted to tell you that little bit of story in the beginning there was because if you've got somebody that's a friend that you would normally, what can I say? Because I know some people have got two types of friends, haven't they? They've got the friends where, oh no, my friends wouldn't like to see Aurum. And then they've got their friends who they chat with quite regular, and, they're quite pally with one another, but they keep their mouths closed. I don't know why that is. And John just sent me a little message. "Have anybody showed you Aurum?" He never phoned me, and he just left it at that. He never sent me no links or anything. And because I know John, I said, "Yeah, I don't know what it." I said, "No, nobody sent me it. Send it over." And he just sent me that video, that presentation that HP does, every night. The man must sleep and dream that presentation. That presentation, and that hooked me, and I came in, and I joined in October last year. I'm on what is it, Nexus now, and I'm approaching very fast now to Oracle. I think, is it Oracle? It's called Oracle, isn't it? I'm approaching very fast to that. So from October, what's that now? What we now? The October, November, December. It's about 5 months, isn't it? Something like that. Is it October? Yeah, it's 5 months. October, November, December, January. It's 4 months, isn't it? October, no, yeah. So I came in October, so we'll say 5 months, and I've gone through the ranks, fairly quickly, I think. But that's because I'm a marketer. We all have our different ways of marketing. John has his way, I have my way, but then there's some people that can't do the marketing. Now, Aurum are bringing out this fantastic tool. What's that tool, that new tool called, John, that they're bringing out that's going to automate everything? They told us about it on that call the other night, didn't they?
My mind's gone blank.
I can't.
The
I
flow.
could see it.
The flow.
Aurum
That's it.
flow.
Aurum flow, that's it.
Thank you,
Right.
guys.
Now, this flow, from what I understand, from what John's told me, and then what I've seen with other other people have mentioned it. Brian mentioned it, and I was on a call the other day. I forget the guy's name, but he did an half-hour call. He mentioned this flow, and it's a follow-up system. Right now, this follow-up system is going to be life-saving for a lot of people, but for some people, a follow-up system only works if you've got somebody to follow up. If you've got nobody to follow up, so let's just say you're sitting there now and say, "Well, I can't contact my bloke next door. I can't talk to the donkey in the field up the road because he wouldn't be interested. And I go in the shop up the road and buy me paper every morning, but he wouldn't be interested." You see, you get that wall, don't you? You get that wall where you say, "I haven't got anybody that I can talk to. I haven't got anybody, and I don't want to pester my friends because everybody thinks that working online's a scam, and I don't want to tell them that. So I really don't want to, tell people about Aurum because I'm a bit shy. So if you've got that flow in your hand, if you're that type of person that can't speak to anybody and you're a bit shy and you're a bit slow at coming forward, which is okay. There's a lot of people like that, And it's not, it's not an illness or anything. It's, some people are like that. They keep themselves to themselves, and their business is their business. What they talk about up the pub or down the football ground, or, in the supermarket, or to their neighbours, is not what they do in their private life, and what businesses they got on. Some people are very private. So if you've got flow in your hands, that won't work for you, will it? So what you need when you've got flow in your hands is you need a way of bringing in leads from people you don't even know. And this is what I've been putting together. I've been putting a system together, because I've been working online since 2004. And then I went full time. I'm a plumber, and I sold all my tools in 2012, and I give it up. And I had a bit of savings and thought, right, I'm going to go for it, hell for leather. And, a bit like that, I don't know where the story is. Somebody might be able to help me there. Is that the admiral, they all landed on this island, and the admiral burnt the ships. He said, we're not going to lose this battle. And that's what I did. I sold my tools, and I give them to my son-in-law. I give him a load of tools, and I sold some at the boot market. But I just got rid of them, put some on eBay. I got rid of my tools, sold my van, and I had no way of going backwards. I could only go forward, and that was in 2012. 2014 was a breakthrough year for me. I mean, I won't go into it, but it took me into a six-figure earner in 2014 from working online. And over the years, I tried dabbling in buying traffic. Waste of time. I tried it so many times. I mean, Tony's been with me, followed me, and worked with me for so many years. Tony's been through all the ups and downs with me. That's Anthony Clark, you could see on the call here. And, I've tried all the paid traffic routes. And, the only thing that works for me is cold traffic. Cold traffic works brilliant for me. And the warm traffic was like John approached me. That was warm. I'm a warm lead to John because he knows me. Now, if you don't have a warm lead that you could say, have you seen Aurum? You need cold leads. And a cold lead doesn't know you. And the good thing about a cold lead, you don't even have to show your face to a cold lead. You can even give yourself an alias name. I had a guy working with me. His first name was Darren. His second name, I won't tell you his second name, but it was his stage name. That wasn't his real name in personal life. I know him personally. That's not his real name. He used his stage name, a bit like an actor. I don't think George Clooney was born George Clooney. So, you can use a stage name if you want, or it's better to use your own name. But the thing is that if you want to do well in any business, whether it's online, offline, you need customers. That's as simple as that. Unless you've got big pockets and you can say, well, I'm coming into Aurum and I'm going to dump 100 grand in or 200 grand in, and I'm going to live off the passive income. Well, I didn't dump in. I haven't got that sort of money to dump in 100 grand. I put in $130. $20 I needed for the, to pay for the access. And the rest of it, the $110, I bought a bot with. Well, if we look, 0.5%, what are you going to earn on $100? You're not going to earn that much money. And if you want to compound, well, that's a great long-term goal if you're starting with a small amount of money. But if you've got a small amount of money and you're saying to yourself, well, I want to be able to go to Dubai with John. I want to be able to go to Dubai with John and drive around the desert. I want to meet up with John, or Jeremy and be involved in everything. I want to be able that time freedom. Then you've got to pull something else out the bag. And that something else out of the bag is a bit of marketing. You've got to be able to market yourself. You've got to be able to put yourself out there, even if you're doing it in the background. So I put a system together, and John will decide who he's going to give the link to and whatnot. That I'll leave for John to decide that. My team will have the link directly from me. But I put a training course together. There's 9 modules. And it takes anybody that's never ever bought a lead in before from A to Z. By the end of the course, you will be bringing in leads, 2 or 3 leads a day. I'm bringing in leads into my funnel because been doing it a little bit longer. I've been rinse and repeating, doing the same thing. Once I've established what worked, rinse and repeat. I'm bringing in 20 to 30 leads a day into my email list, but I promote other businesses. So I've got my own business, which, I don't need to tell you about on this hangout, but anybody that follows me know that I've got another business. And I also market affiliate products. So I use my lead system in different ways. Now, one of the ways that you've got to start with a lead system, because you might be thinking to yourself, well, where do you start? Where do you start? Well, the course will tell you this, but let me just tell you, you don't sell to anybody. HP says it on the call every night, doesn't he? He says, how many times have you walked past a shop and looked at maybe a shirt or a suit in the window and said, that's nice, but you've not actually gone in and bought it. Does the shopkeeper run out the shop and say, hold on a minute, I saw you walking past yesterday, you looked in my window, come in here, and drag you kicking and screaming? And I don't know about you, have you ever walked into a store and, you might start browsing something you want to wear, buying yourself a new pair of trousers or a new skirt or a new dress or whatever it is you want to buy, a new blanket for your bed or a quilt, and a salesperson comes over to you. I can't wait to get away from them because I don't want to be sold to. I want to buy. People want to buy, they don't want to be sold to. So with a cold lead, you're not selling anything to them. What you're doing is you're solving a problem for them. Most people, like, I can solve a problem for you now. I could say to you, can you bring in leads? And you could say, no, I can't. Can you market Aurum business? Not really, I can't. So I could say, well, I could solve that for you by giving you something for free. Read this, and I guarantee you when you've read it, you'll know what to do and you'll know how to bring leads in. That's called a lead magnet. So you're not selling anything in that lead magnet, you're giving something away. But you're not actually selling in that. You don't even mention, if we say Aurum, for example, in your lead magnet, you're not mentioning Aurum. You're not mentioning that at all. What you're doing in your lead magnet is you're saying, well, are you interested in crypto? Do you want to know how to make a passive income using crypto automation? If you do, download my free ebook. And you're sending them to a page where they put their name and their email address in, just because they want to get your free ebook to know how to make a passive income from crypto using automation and AI. And I'll show you it's called a landing page, and I'll show you a little tool in a moment of how easy this is to set up. And then once they give you their name and their email address, they've given you permission to send them an email. Now, what you do with that email is you want to build up respect. You want to build up safety. So you don't want to come straight out the gate and say, I know you wanted that ebook. Here's the ebook, but I want to tell you about Aurum. You don't want to do that. You would set up a series of emails, sort of what I want to do, warming up your lead so that they get to trusting you that you're giving them educational material about crypto automation. You could talk about other businesses. You could say, well, I've looked, there's trading robots out there. I've looked at this trading robot. I've looked at that trading robot. I've looked at them all. I've only found one. And you don't even mention the one that you found to them in the emails. So you're warming up your lead, and eventually you're going to get to that sales email, and you're going to ask them, you say, look, you've been following me in my emails here. I wonder if I could send you a link to a presentation. All you got to do is hit reply. And then if they hit reply, bosh, you're in there. Or if you don't want to hit reply, you can include the presentation in the email. Now, what I want to do is I want to share my screen. I've done how to zoom. Where do I do that, John?
Down the bottom of the screen.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Green icon.
Right. So, can I share everything? Does that do?
Yep. Yeah, your co-host, you should be able to share it.
Share everything. So I don't know what you guys can see. I have to go over here.
I'll let you know, mate.
See, there's share. So I don't know what.
Right, build a powerful lead
Ah,
generator.
right. There you go. So this is what's called a. This is so what's this say? Hold on a minute. Zoom is requesting to bypass the system's private window. Do I allow that? I assume. Do I?
Yeah, allow. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Look, so we're I can't see my tabs now because the Zoom tool is in the top. How do I move that?
that's why you
Oh, I've
need.
done it. Look at that. I've
There you
done it.
go.
I've dragged it down. Bloody hell. I'm getting good at this. So look, I want to take you to this site here. This is Easy Landing Page Creator. And I'm going to minimize that. Now, so let's just say you got your lead magnet. You know, this free gift that you're going to give away. Now that might be a PDF or something like that. A bit of it could be a free mug for whatever, but let's say that you wanted to give away a free gift called your lead magnet. And then what you wanted to do is you want to capture that email address. So here we are on Easy Landing Page Creator, and I'm going to show you how quick and easy this is. Look, I'm going to create what's called a landing page. There's a video of me at the top explaining you what it is. And let me get my pad here because I'm going to call this Freedom Chasers just to show you. I'll pop that in there and it won't let me put a space. So this is the domain name for it. Okay. So this would be, it's called a subdomain. So this would be freedom.chasers.elpc.site. So now I go to the next stage and I've got various templates that I can choose. So I'm going to choose a very simple one, and that's one with a background. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the bottom and I'm going to choose this one here. As you see, it's got this box and these two boxes here. I don't know whether you could see that okay, which is for the name of the email address. And I'm going to click next. And when I get to here, it's going to ask me to put the content in here. So I'm just going to put in here this Freedom Chasers, Bosch, join John's team. Okay. And then I'm going to click preview. Let's have a look at what it looks like so far. There it is. Look, Freedom Chasers join John. Okay, so that's what it looks. I need to put something on the button. I can change the background. It's got a nice beach there at the moment, but you get the idea. So let's go along a little bit further and let's get to the stage where the autoresponder is. Now, an autoresponder is where you can either connect to a system that will handle all your email sending for you, automation. But let's just say you don't have that. Let's just say you want to collect your leads inside the landing page creator. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to get John's WhatsApp and I'm going to copy this link here. And I'm going to put that in the success URL. And then the button, I'm just going to say free access. Okay. And let's have a look at a preview now. So now we've got Freedom Chasers, join John's team. People put their name in there, email in there, and they click free access. So that's the preview. So all I do now is I click next again. Well, sorry, I've put the wrong I need a URL. I need to put to a video. Let's find a video. Let's take that video, copy that. Come back to landing page creator. I need to put a URL in there. See, so that's when they fill out their form. So let's click this again. When they click this name and this email address in there and they click free access, in this case, they're going to go and get a video, but they're also, we're going to collect their name and their lead. We're going to collect them as a lead, their name and their email address. And then we click next. Then here, there's a video there. This is a girl. This is done by AI. You know, the videos in all of these videos that I do are all done by AI. And in the course, I teach you how to do this AI. It's brilliant. And all I'm going to do is click next. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give this a name. So I'm going to get John's Freedom Chasers there, give it a name. I could do the SEO settings so it's found on the search engine, but obviously I'm not going to do that now. And I'm going to click save. Now, if I come to here, here's a Freedom Chasers page, click on that to open it. And, you know, I'll show you that. I'll give you that in the, well, you don't need it. It's not thing. So here I'm going to put in here, Jeremy. And then in the bottom, I'm going to put Jeremy and John at gmail.com. Click free access. That's taken me over to the video. which is what you would maybe have your lead magnet, which will take them over to that free PDF. Now, if I come back to Easy Landing Page Creator and I go to leads, never worked with children and animals on the internet. What's happened here? Oh, I've signed me out. Bear with me. And I go to leads. Let's go to leads. And I scroll down the bottom. You'll see it says jeremyandjohn@gmail.com. Tells me the web page it come from, which was the Freedom Chaser. I've now got this email that I could copy. And I could do the normal crackers thing, but let me drag that out of the way. I could go over to here and open my Gmail, put them in there and write them an email. And you might say, Jeremy, well, what would I write them? That again, we would show you in the course. We would show you how to do this, or I show you how to do this, what you would put in the subject line, what you would send them each day, because you'd email this person each day, how to make a note of them that you've emailed them each day. All that's done in the course. Now, what I also showing you in the course is if I come over to my, where are my videos? I sent it to John, actually. Let's get up in John's WhatsApp. And what I did with John is, there it is, look. So if I only shared this with John, not, can you see the WhatsApp, guys?
Yeah, all good.
Right. So I took John's photograph, and in this photograph that he had here, what basically had is he had his wife sitting on like a toboggan. So all I said to the AI was, can you take the lady out in the background and the sledge, I called it. And the AI took it out and just gave me John. And then what I did is I put John's picture into my video creating AI. I gave it some text that the AI writ for me, and I made this video. So let's see if we can watch this video. I don't know if it's going to play that well.
Because I think crypto automation is about predicting the market. It's not. It's about removing emotion. Manual traders don't usually fail because they're uninformed. They fail because they react. They hesitate. They panic. They overtrade. Automation works differently. The rules are set before emotions show up. When to enter, when to exit, when to do nothing. So instead of reacting to every price move, you follow a process.
So you guys can see that, obviously that's not John's voice, but John could clone himself. He could clone his voice. And what I want to do is I want to show you one of the videos of what's inside the course. Now, it's this one here. And I'm hoping the sound's it should be all right, John, isn't it, if I'm sharing?
Yeah, it came through fine.
Yeah, so if I make this big, now this video is 8 minutes long. Is that okay for me to play this?
Yeah, fine.
Right, so I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to keep myself quiet. So I don't know whether you can. I don't know what happens if you mute me. I don't know. So is this is on? Right. So let's watch this. This is one of the training in one of the modules, and we're talking about in this one how to create a video using AI. I think you're going to love. We're going to make a video that you can either put on YouTube, on a Facebook reel, on your Facebook story, on TikTok, on Instagram. You could put this video wherever you like. We're going to make a short video. You know that one that's the long video, like the ones you view on your phone when you're holding it in your hand. That's what we're going to do in this video. And we're going to use HeyGen. It's completely free to use. This is an absolutely blinding. I've got a paid account because I make lots of videos. And I've used this AI tool to make some of the videos, or to help me make some of the videos that are in this course. So it's a fantastic tool. So let's get started. So the first thing I need you to do is to click on the button below this that says HeyGen. That will bring you over to this website. And all you need to do is to create yourself a free account. So you can either sign up with your Gmail here, Google, or you can put an email in there and click start a free account. Once you've got a free account, come back to this lesson. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use ChatGPT. You remember that script that we did in the previous lesson? We're going to get that script. We're going to copy that, and we're going to take it over to ChatGPT, and we're going to do the following. So let's go over to ChatGPT. So here I've got my script. I saved it in my Google document. This is exactly what it gave me, everything. So I've written everything here, but you'll see at the bottom, it says, if you want, I can also to rewrite this for a YouTube short or a TikTok. So I'm going to say for a YouTube short. So all I'm going to do there is highlight it, copy that, and just give that to ChatGPT and let it do its stuff. I love this tool. So look at that. It's produced a 30-second clip with no hype. It's given a nice clip there. But what I want it to do is I could see by reading through that, that's why it needs to have a human interaction. I can see reading through that, but it hasn't given a call to action. And that call to action for a YouTube short is the links in my bio. So I need to tell the AI to add that. So all I've told the AI is add a CTA, which is a call to action, at the end, and say something like, for more info, find link in bio. I give that to the AI, and it comes back immediately and does what I ask it to do. So as you could say, look, it says more info, find the link in my bio. So that's all we want now. So we're going to copy this up to there, copy that. Now we're going to take this over to HeyGen. Now, I've already got lots of videos already created. So you will come into a screen like this. You're given free credits for you to be able to create your videos. Now, if we click on this button on the left here, go to create, and then we're going down to generate an AI video. Now, you've got two views here. You've got the long view, which is the one that we want, and you've got this big view. Now, you will have seen this image or of me talking in this office in a lot of the videos in this course. That's because I've used this AI tool to help me create those videos rather than me sitting in front of the video and creating everyone like the one I'm doing now. This one is me making it myself without the help of AI. So I'm sharing my screen. But some of the videos, I don't need to share my screen, so AI can help me. So the first thing we need to do is on this right-hand side, change this one here down to unlimited. That's the first thing we do. Now, we want to change it for this type of video, so we need this. And this has got me in it at the moment, and yours might have something completely different. But what we're going to do is we're going to click on this button over here, and we're going to click replace. Now, you can add an image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a friend of mine called John. So let me find John. So I'm going to do from an image, upload an image. This is brilliant because it could be an image of you. You could be just standing in front of the wall at home, take a photograph of yourself, put a smile on your face, maybe show your teeth so the AI knows what your teeth looks like, and you can upload that image. So let me upload John. So here's the picture of John, and I'm just going to open that, upload that video to the system, click continue, middle-aged, I think, okay, John is, and we'll click continue. Now it's going to ask me to find a voice for John. Now you can actually clone your own voice, but I'm going to find a new voice for John. So let's have a look at what voices we've got. So if I go down here and I want a male one, so I can choose the gender, and I could do more filters, age group, that type of thing, but I'm just going to look for someone like John. So let's have a look.
Hey there, here's how I sound. Hey there, here's how I sound. Hope you.
Hey there, here's how I sound.
So I'm going to choose Mark, and I'm just going to save this voice. Now, obviously, John, if it was his video and he'd uploaded his own photo, he could clone his own voice. So now what I'm going to do is hover my mouse over the image and click on this little icon up here. It says create a video with this avatar. So that brings me back here. By default, it always jumps this, the engine, the motion engine to this one, which is what you need a paid one for. But this one works brilliant. I make a lot of videos from this, and this is the free version. So now what we want to do is we've got to get our script. So what we do is we just paste our script in there, read through the script, obviously, and it should be all nice to go. And what I do is I'm just going to put some dots after things. It just puts a little pause inside there. And then what I'm going to do now is to click on this button here, which is like a little arrow. Now, this is going to generate the speech. It's not going to generate the movement at the moment because you've got to make sure that you're happy with the speech first. And then when you are, we will go to the top right-hand corner and click on generate. So let's just
Most
wait.
people think crypto automation is about predicting the market. It's not. It's about removing emotion.
So I'm going to be happy with that. And then all I'm going to do now is to click on generate. So you would give your title, I've just called it John's video, and then I click submit. Now, this video, depending on how complex the text is in it, you know, the script in it, will take up to about anywhere from a couple of minutes up to 15 minutes for it to. So as you can see now, it's finished creating John's video. And if you look under there, it says 10 minutes. Look, 10 minutes ago. So I was editing the video while I was waiting for this. But it's made that video in less than 10 minutes. So I'm now going to have a listen. So here's John's video. So I'll be quiet and click play.
Most people think crypto automation is about predicting the market. It's not. It's about removing emotion. Manual traders don't usually fail because they're uninformed. They fail because they react. They hesitate. They panic. They overtrade. Automation works differently. The rules are set before emotions show up. When to enter, when to exit, when to do nothing. So instead of reacting to every price move, you follow a process. That's where consistency comes from. If you want to understand this approach in more detail, there's a free guide that breaks it down step by step. For more info, find the link in my bio.
So there you go. It's not perfect, but I think it's a great first video. Now, obviously, I could have listened to all that script before I generated the video and just tidied the ending up a little bit, but I'm happy with that. So all I do now is click on download, and this will download it to my PC. So once you've done that and you're happy with your first video, and click the button at the bottom that says mark as complete. And in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to use this video and put it on one of your social media sites. I'll see you in the next video. So I don't know how I get out of this. Where have I gone? There we go. So where can you still hear me? That's the thing, because where's I've lost Zoom now.
You're all good. We can hear you. We can see you.
Yes. So you can see me. That's the main thing. So there you go. So that's what this course is about. This course is about showing you how to market yourself, but not market yourself. I mean, I put John in that video there. If I stop sharing, there you go. I put John's picture. I've not put that on YouTube because I didn't want to, you know, I didn't have John's permission. I just made it on the fly. And it took me, you know, as you see there, 10 minutes or 15 minutes to actually make. I've got a picture off of John's Facebook profile now. And, you know, if John was doing that, like I said in the video there, you'd be able to, you know, clone your own voice if you wanted to. But if you don't want to use, you know, Barry, if you look at what Barry does, he does them short little videos and he puts them in your Telegram group there. And I also get Barry's videos and I put them in my own Telegram group. But those videos he does with CapCut, and they got lots of templates there. You just stuff an image in there, choose a template, and it makes you a video. Now, those videos that Barry makes are perfect for you if you've got your bio. John said, "What's your bio?" to me today. Well, what's a bio? You know, so if you go over to your Facebook, and you know, I could share my screen. Let me see if I could do. Where's the share screen again? Share screen. What do I do? Desktop, like share.
Down the bottom. That's it.
That's it. Right. So if I go here, Facebook, and I go to my profile, there's my bio. You see, that's called your bio. And up here, you can edit your profile. And there's your bio. So you can click on that pencil and you can edit your bio. You want to make sure it's on that public view. But you see, I track my links. So this link here, if I get this link, I'll just show you. This is my lead magnet that I use to get my leads. So I put this lead magnet, and it's discover how to turn crypto volatility into a passive income using automation, you know. And every video I make that maybe you don't see, because I put them on Instagram, I put them on TikTok, I put them on Snapchat, I'm putting videos out all the time, are dragging me in leads. People come to get this free ebook here, and they click this, it says send me my free guide, and when they click that, they get this blank page, nothing else is on it, so it's idiot proof for them. And they put their name and their email address, make sure they're not a robot, and I send them a free guide, but then on my list. They're then on my list, and I know by this person coming into this lead magnet that they've actually are interested in how to discover to turn crypto volatility into a passive income using automation. Well, what's Aurum? It's turning crypto into a passive income. So it fits perfect for them. Now, if I was saying something, how to lose £10 in 20 weeks, for example, or 2 stone in a year, or whatever it is, and then I tried to sell them Aurum, the lead magnet's not working, is it? The lead magnet's got to work in a way that when you put a post on a social media platform, whether it be your Facebook or wherever, the post links to your bio. Your post will say link in the bio. Your TikTok, because when you put a TikTok video up, for example, you can't put a link. So you need to put a link in your bio. And I don't know if I can see from my TikTok. There we go, TikTok. I don't know if, bear with me, if I go to my profile, wherever I am here, view profile. Yeah, there you go. See, look, I've got my bio link there in my TikTok. So when I make a video, like this one, this is Barry's video. Look, it's had 262 views. So I first, in the course, I show you how to set up your TikTok, show you how to set up your Facebook, everything like that to show you how to put the bio link in. And then when you get a video like Barry's, for example, and I'll show you one of Barry's videos, like this one here. Now, if I stop that, now Barry does a great job and he gives you these for free. And look, it says, finally twisted his arm to get him to put this on the video. Find out more, link in bio. Well, we know what the link in bio is. It's this one. And I track mine, so I know where my leads come from. And look, I've only got 137 followers, and yet I've got 260 views on that one. Look at my videos. They're all getting over 200 views, and I haven't got a lot of followers because I only opened up TikTok. Literally, it's been about a month. That's all. I did it when I started doing Aurum, and I put all the little videos on here, and I put the link in the bio. And that's the same for, if I do, I've got Instagram, link in the bio. I've got Snapchat, link in the bio. I've got dev.io, link in the bio. I use Rumble. I use YouTube. I use TikTok. I use Facebook Reels. I use Facebook Stories. There's so many places. There's hundreds of places if you want to post content out there where you don't have to put your face. You could get George Clooney. Let's say you went on, I took John's video, there's a picture off of his profile. I could go on Google and search for, George Clooney. I could even search crazy dog and get a picture of a dog that's, pulling a funny face, and then create a video from that dog, like the way I just showed you in that video, link in the bio. I could go and find you, I could say, find me a Bitcoin with a face. And I get the Bitcoin with a face and I make a video because it's going to talk. The AI is going to make it talk. So providing I've got the picture of Bitcoin with a face, or I can go to, I might be able to do it. I don't know how much time we got, John. Are we all right for time?
As long as you need, mate. This is incredible stuff.
And so if I share my screen again, right, and then if we go, this tool, you just got to use it, right? If I go to ChatGPT, right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to image, okay, and I'm going to see if I can find John again. Where did I put John's picture? Let's see. I forget where I put it. I don't know whether I put it in here. I've got so many images. I always forget where I put. No, I might have put it in here. Images. Let's see if I can find John. I even cloned my son. He cloned his voice and he started using it for his own work. Let's see if I can find all of these images that I'm skipping through here. AI's made me. AI made the lot. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I better not use him. He's not giving me his permit. Hey, I'll use this one. Look, I use this image here and I click open, right? Now, if I had John, for example, I could take this prompt, copy that. You see, remember I clicked on this one over here and I just bosh that into there, click enter. Now I'm going to, what I do while that's working away, I'm going to go to ChatGPT again, and you can ask it anything. You can ask it anything you like. The better the question, the better the answer. And you can sit and play with ChatGPT. Now, I lost my train of thought there because I was going to show you something that I wanted to show you. What was I talking? No, I forgot. Yeah, here we go. If I do this, create an image of a mad dog. I'm not going to get done for copyrights here because this is creating me a unique image. And I could ask it to say, create me a middle-aged man or woman, you know, tall, short, fanny skit, spots on the face, one arm, you know, I don't know. Any type of image you want, you can get it to make. And then when it's made the image, you could take that image over to HeyGen and make a video, and you could ask ChatGPT, write me a script. And you could go to Aurum, you know, there's a perfect place to go to. Just go to Aurum. Well, there's a mad dog. I could make a video with that dog talking if I want to. And you could put that anywhere. You don't even have to put your face. I mean, I think that if you're going to do something for Aurum, you want to be serious. You want to put, you know, somebody that's ideally your own face, really. And if you don't want to clone yourself, that's okay. But there's really, for making content to put out on social media, the thing is endless, you know. And I could have put here a funny mad dog, you know. I could have said, you know, make him funny. Make the dog funny, rather, I should say. And you just let this AI, and you can create image after image after image after image. It's just mind-blowing what you can do. Let's just see how our one's doing over here. Sorry, we're the prompt's too volatile for our guidelines. I've put something in there because I've mentioned something they don't like. But this image here was created again by AI. AI created me that image. And again, I could take that into HeyGen and I could make a video with that guy talking. You know, and if you look in John's, you know, in the Freedom Chasers Telegram group, there's a ton of stuff that's in there where he's a bit more happier. I don't know, but there's a ton of stuff in there that Barry's put in there that, you know, you can just copy that, you know, and put that on your social media. Now, if you want to get access to this training program that I've done, then you're going to need to tap up John. If you're a follower of me and you want to get access to it, well, then I'll be sending that out to you tomorrow, so you can get access to that, to my training program. There's, as I say, there's about 10 or 11, I think there's 9 modules in there, and then each module is broken down into different categories, and then in each module it takes you right from the beginning to create your lead magnet, how to create that lead magnet, which AI is going to do for you, where to save it, Google Documents, somewhere like that, or Google Drive. How to build a landing page. Well, I showed you how quick that was to build a landing page using the Easy Landing Page Creator. How to make a video, how to make a Facebook post, how to make a TikTok post, how to set up your bio, how to email the people, how to get the emails to send to the people, how to keep a record of what emails you've sent them. Unless, of course, you want to go the full automation way. But before you go automated, you really want to be going the manual way. So you understand what you're doing. When you understand manually what you're doing, automation comes second nature to you. And then you could set up a system that's working for you 24/7, bringing you in leads, 2, 3 leads a day. That's all you need, 2 leads a day coming in. Those leads are not customers. Those leads, you know, I've got a system as well that you could set up an autoresponder and you could have 2,000 leads and send them emails every day for free, all in the course on how to set it all up. You know, this is what the course is for. If you're not a marketer and you want to do some marketing, you want to build your team, and you want to start to make a bit more extra money, then learn the tools. And I'm 61, 62 this year, and I've learned AI in the last sort of 3 months. I've been using it really, and because I don't watch telly at night, I sit in the armchair, laptop, I'm watching video, learning. And that's what it's about. If you're got your day job, everybody's got their day job. John's got his day job, but look at what John does inside that Telegram group alone. Look at the team that he's put together. And that is because John is not sitting watching telly at night. He goes down and has a pub and, does a bit of playing and things like that. But he's doing a bit of work, isn't he? He's doing a bit of work. And that's all you got to do is say, well, I'm not going to watch EastEnders tonight. I'm just going to leave it. If the family are watching it, I'll just sit with my laptop, or I'll run up to the study or the spare bedroom, and I'll do a bit. I'll start to work on my lead magnet, get my lead magnet set up. Then I'll get my landing page set up. Then I'll get my email sequence set up, and then watch the leads start to come in. And that's as simple as that. And I'll give it a wrap there, John.
Brilliant, mate. That was awesome. I mean, I've been looking into this Hey Gen myself recently, and I created my first video this evening, and I blew myself away of how well it came out. But the Hey Gen is a really great little tool. So I'm when that popped up and it was Hey Gen, I was like, excellent. Jeremy knows how to use this properly. But this is so I've been down this route many times in the past, right? Creating landing pages and email follow-up systems and going down the email marketing route. What do you think? What would you say is your sort of turnaround, Jeremy, on sort of numbers in to successful turnaround and getting someone actually jumping into Aurum? What would you say your numbers are?
Well, the list that I've got for Aurum at the moment, I mean, I've got an email list now of about 30,000 people, but they're in different categories. They're not all in the Aurum category, because I sell other products. I do affiliate products, from JVZoo and ClickBank and so on. So I in the actual trading system, I've got another business that does similar a trading bot, and in there I've got an email list of about 3,000 people in there. Then in Aurum, I've only just started doing Aurum in October. So I'm now up to 800 people on that list. And that is built from free traffic, built from this system. It's just putting out posts. And I've now changed all my bios. I'm only getting that lead magnet to get people that are interested in automation.
Yeah.
So I would say the turnaround for depending, because you're doing real cold.
Well, it's an ongoing thing as well, isn't it? You're constantly building that relationship, consistently building relationships, so people get to.
That's it. Because you see, with the posts, I do one video, one text post, and one image post a week.
Yeah.
And that brings me in free. From if I do like that, will bring me in 3 to 4 leads a day.
Wow.
Now, out of those 3 to 4 leads a day, you'll have some people that don't even bother opening the email. Yeah. So after a week or so, if they haven't opened any of the emails, I'll just delete them. There's no point in me keeping them. But I would say I'm getting around, I've got 100 and, I don't know how many in the team. I've got 206 people in the team. What I've done is I've helped other people build their teams. I've helped them build their teams. So it helps for my ranking. You know how it works.
Yeah.
So I would say that the turnaround is probably around, I'll say 5%.
And this is also about creating spots of real estate on the internet, isn't it? It's like once you've created one, you could go create another one. And every time you're going to get that little bit better. It's an incredible skill to learn. And like you say, you can diversify it. You can use it in all kinds of ways. So are you open for a few questions?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, guys, if anyone's got any questions, feel free to raise your hand and we can bring you out and you can ask Jeremy any questions. But awesome training, mate. I'm excited. I'm excited to dive into it. I started playing around a little bit with it last night, and I've got to the stage where I'm building that lead magnet. So I'm excited to build it. And how do you think this might work? Also, is this something that we might be able to tap into Aurum Flow with?
This would be brilliant for Aurum
Yeah.
Flow, because you see, the most people, and I can just see Mike's bald head in the corner there. Hi, Mike. Hope you're all right, mate. Now, with that flow, from what I understand, it's going to follow up with your leads.
Yeah.
So these two are going to go hand in hand, aren't they? Because
Yeah.
we're lucky, John. Mike Briggs actually is on this call. He's lucky. Anthony Clark's lucky, because Anthony Clark's brought people into my other business. You know,
Yep.
he's a networker in his little network. Mike Briggs, I met Mike Briggs, I don't know how many years ago. I forget how we went and had a drink in a pub. We love having a drink with Mike, but we met back a good few number of years. I don't know how many years it is.
15.
And 15 years, there you go. So 15 years ago, and we were both working online, and it was, you know, Mike's a brilliant, you know, he's a great, what do you call it, marketer, you know, and he sort of stepped back out of it for a while, you know, because he's a millionaire and he don't need the money. He's not poor like me and you, John. See, and he stepped out. But when Mike gets into gear, he can stir up the people. He comes up with some great ideas. He puts some great posts, and he gets people curious. And you know, but not everybody's a Mike Briggs. Not everybody's an Anthony Clark. Not everybody's a Jeremy. Not everybody's a John. You know, and I think for those people that are not like that and don't like the network, you've got to bring in cold leads. That's what you've got to do. And then when this flow comes on board, you're going to be bringing a slowly tap of cold leads in. And whether you want to set your landing page up to collect them on WhatsApp, because you can do that. You can get them to join you through WhatsApp or Telegram. You know, you could you join me on Telegram, put them in a group, get my free lead magnet from my Telegram. I've got free accounts on Telegram. You know, you could set up different profiles. All you need is a different telephone number. I went and bought a Tesco's one for a card, cost me £5, put it in my phone, received the text message, throw it away, opened up another profile. So I've just now set up a profile for crypto automation, and I've not done anything. I've got no friends on it, but what I'm going to do is set up a lead magnet and say, you know, come and join my crypto automation Telegram group to get my free, you know, my free tips and whatnot. And I will set the whole system up. Flow will be perfect for that, won't it? It will just plug into that. It will plug in, but you've got to bring the leads in first, haven't you? You've got to bring those leads in.
You've got to create those curiosity posts.
You've got to get those people in, get them in the door, and then slowly drip feed to them with emails. And eventually they're going to turn into paying customers. And if they're not, you might make some friends along the way. You know, not everybody has to be your customer, do they? You know, but you don't know who they know. That's the thing. You should never judge and say, well, that person wouldn't be interested. Let them say, I'm not interested. You know,
well with everything we've got going on with Aurum, with Shane Moran's Zone 1 ideas and flow and this and the AI integration now, you know, I think this is going to be incredibly valuable for what we're doing, whatever everyone's doing, you know, and I think we're going to all be able to actually plug into this and start learning this valuable skill. So if any of you guys got any questions, or if not, we'll wrap it on the head there, or stop the recording anyway. You covered everything you need to cover on this session, yeah?
Yep.
Just to say, John, excuse me.
Juliet, go for it.
Well, Jerry, you could have been talking about me at the beginning of that. Right. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And John knows. So thanks very, very much.
But you can teach old dogs new tricks, Juliet.
Thanks, John.
I just want to thank Jeremy for this, because this is awesome information. I've done a bit with AI, and some of it I recognise what it was saying, but I had no idea as to the extent what you could do.
It's come a long way. It's come a long way.
It certainly has. But you have to be tuned into it to be able. And so with this group we're now tuned into it.
Yeah,
And there's no excuse now why we can't build our teams.
absolutely, absolutely.
Well, thanks, Jeremy, for this.
Andy, go on, mate. You gotta unmute yourself. There you go.
Yeah, hello.
How you
Thank you
doing?
very much, Jeremy. That was fascinating. Juliet and me have actually just done a 9-module course through our friend Anwar, which it kind of blew my mind, and I've blown Juliet's mind as well. You've just made it a lot simpler. Just one question. When you said, how do you know if someone's read an email or not? I haven't even got a clue how you do that.
Well, if you're using it through Gmail, it's hard for you to track whether they've read the email, but you can put your link in the email that's got a little code on the end of it, and if they click it, then it will show up in your easy landing page creator to say, well,
Right,
that
yes.
person's clicked that link, you know.
Yeah, like you
But
showed
when
us.
you go to the full automation route, when you get to that stage, you know, when you want to go, but you've got to spend a little bit of money. I mean, I say you've got to spend a bit of money. You can go, there's a system that I use that is free to join, and you can have 2,000 leads. Well, I don't think most people are going to get 2,000 leads, you know. And so you can email and automate it. And I teach everybody on how to, you know, set all that up. But you'll know exactly, because they'll tell you who opens it, what time of day they opened it, did they click the link, have they clicked the link more than one time, have they watched the video. You'll have all that information. And the good thing when you go fully automated, you could say, well, if somebody clicks this email and clicks the link in it, now send them this email. If they open the email but they don't click it, send them this email. And so you could set up a whole spider web, if you like, of a system. But before you get to that stage, you've got to really say, I've got to learn the basics. I've got to learn lead magnet, landing page, email them manually. They're the things you can do very, very easily. You know, if you're getting 2 to 3 leads a day, you know, you're sending, how long does it take you to send? Let's say you've got 5 leads in one day. How long does it take you to send 5 emails through Gmail or Yahoo or wherever it is you send your emails from? You could do it so easy.
And I think if we are focusing on the free platforms that Flow works with, like what was it, Telegram, Instagram, and was it Facebook, or there was
I
free,
don't know. Yeah.
there was free platforms that Flow. If we work predominantly on those free platforms, I think it might be Telegram even. So Instagram,
WhatsApp,
and Telegram. If we focus on those ones to start with, then the Flow, from what I'm understanding, the Flow will auto-generate the responses.
Yeah, exactly. It does all that for you. You know,
And
all you've got to do is bring the people in, haven't you?
and I've always found that when you get into personal communication with a prospect via something like WhatsApp or Messenger, and then you can start doing voice messages, it just builds that rapport even quicker, and that know, like, trust aspect as well. So I'm not steering away from the emails. There's still a very strong reason for that as well, but there's also that aspect we can hopefully plug that.
Can I ask, John? I don't know how many people you've got on the call here tonight, but can I ask, is there anybody on the call that hasn't got anybody in their team? They haven't brought anybody in. They've not got a person that's joined underneath them. Is there anybody on the call?
There's a few. Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah. So what I would like to do, John, with your permission, is you get those people together, and I'll do the same with my team.
Yeah.
And I want to work with one from your team and one from mine, and I want to show them that we can get them 3 to 5 leads a day.
Perfect.
For their business, not for my business, for their business. I'll do it. You know, I'm already doing it for my team. I call it a team build, and I set up a rotator and all that type of stuff. But I don't want to set the rotator up. I want to show them how to set up a simple system where they can go in, check their leads, email their lead, and just put up one post a week. That's all they got to do. Put one post, one video post, one text post, and one image post. So there's 3 posts, and you'll spread that over a week. So you might put a video post up on a Monday. On a Wednesday, you'll put up an image post. And then on a Friday, you'll put up a text post. Or you might say, well, I'll put the video up on a Friday because more people watch videos at the weekend. But I'd like to sort of, for us to pick 2 people. I'll pick one from mine, and we could work with them. You know, we can, you know, you could set up in your, because I've done one in my Telegram, because, you know, I said to you about, did you know, I think you got the wrong end of the stick, because I said it's very busy. And I said, can you pin it? So I could find the top chat when I wanted to, you know. So I've done the same in mine. I've pinned the top, there's one chat of Tim pinned, but I've set up a marketing topic as well. And in that marketing topic, I'm going to pick somebody and say, right, with you, we're going to work together. But you've got to be prepared to do something, you know. But I want to say to you, do this today. Just do this one thing today, and we're going to start to get your leads.
Oh, I think there'll be a lot of people chomping at the bit to get that one-on-one, Jeremy. I'm sure there'll be quite a few that'll be willing to put their hat in the circle. We might have to do a wheel of names, because I can see a lot. I can see a lot of people wanting that. Any other questions, folks? Before we, but I'm sure you'll all agree with me, Jeremy. Brilliant stuff. And so let's all give Jeremy a round of applause.
Yeah, very much.
How can we get hold of your training course? You say it's 9. You say it's 9 modules.
Yeah.
It's 9 modules. If you're in my team, I'm gonna, you know, I'm in John's team, and John's my upline. So if you're in John's team, he'll sort out a link for you to get access to it, and he'll do that through his Telegram group. My team, I will sending them out an email to tell them how to get access to it. You know.
Cool. All right. I know that we've got some people on this call that have already created their own ebooks for our particular project. So I think half the work's done for those guys. Anyone else got any questions before we start wrapping things up? Anyone? I think we've done a good job there, mate. Oh, well, you've done a good job. I've just sat back and let you go, you know. So thank you ever so much, Jeremy, and thank you for putting this system together and this training together. And I think it will give us all a little bit of hope, because, you know, it's hard finding those new leads and new people to talk to. So I think we're going to all hopefully all benefit from that moving forward. So I think we'll wrap it up, guys. We've been on over an hour and a half now. Hopefully you enjoyed this this Zoom tonight. I will get the recording sorted out for you, Jeremy, and I'll get it over to you. Okay, buddy?
Okay. All right then, John. Thanks, everybody.
So when do we want to? When do
Thank you, Jeremy.
I'll figure out with Jeremy.
Thanks, Cuz.
Where we're going to take this next. Oh, well done, Barry. Yeah, Barry's down there.
Barry's my cousin, not me. John didn't even know that.
I didn't even know. You never told me he was your cousin, Barry. Jesus. But anyway, let's wrap things up, and we'll sort the links out for everyone that's interested in getting into the course, and we'll move it onwards and upwards. Okay. Good stuff,
guys.
All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you on the next.
Thanks very much, John.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks, both. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Thanks, Jeremy.